Hey everyone, my name is Raymond Thang, and this is my self reflection for this class Advanced in Design Software or 2200. Super long name. But, anyways, today I'll review what I've learned, how my skills have improved over this spring semester, and which projects stood out, or what I might do differently and if I retake this class. So, without further ado, let's talk about it. Okay, number one, my favorite project is digital design because it's where we get to create this digital travel guide, which I'm a huge travel guy myself. I collect these brochures from two parks I went, the Grand Teton and Zion. And so I just thought, hey, might as well just do an inspiration on this, but with a different park, which is Crater Lake. And I would like to make that as my interactive travel guide. And I love designing it because it felt like these brochures are alive and real, and it was a nice way to have to create this interaction with the rollover feature, stuff like that. The best outcome is also this digital design, and I've spent a lot of time on this the most out of all the other projects because I've always wanted kind of find ways to make like a website almost, but also design them on my own from basically from scratch. And I feel like Crater Lake Travel Guide that I made has looks very clean. It's engaging because it's interactive, and it's also informative because I did some research on the park. I was proud of how these interactive elements work, how the animations would fade in when you go to the homepage. And this is just the image. I wish I would show every single, I think it was 5 pages in total, the homepage and then those four tabs on the top there. And the animations makes you feel welcome, and that was my whole purpose. And I took advantage of rollovers, and that was a cool process to do, where I downloaded this mp3 sound of like a chirping bird and just slap it on in there. One thing I do differently is, if I could go back, I would spend more time on the multi-chapter book project because I was working on this last minute, not gonna lie, so I wasn't able to follow through at my own pace. And watching, I believe the lecture videos was like a 30-minute, and I just misunderstood some technical aspects of it, like pre-flighting, which a professor did give me some feedback of what I've missed out and did wrong, and generating table of contents properly. Also packaging linked files because sometimes whatever I link just goes missing, or they just don't show up, and it shows an error as well. But fixing those mistakes has taught me a lot of importance of file setup and accuracy in professional publishing a book with a lot of chapters. Oh yeah, I also enjoy making this cover, and I did use Illustrator to make the little soldiers. It's like a wet painting almost, and I just decided to just use that as my cover. The most and least helpful. The most helpful topics I would say is the variable data and automation. I did make a video of a demo. I think it was this change in find tool. But with this one is to change names if I was creating a personalized design, like invitation cards, business cards, weddings, birthdays, this and that. And it's definitely a real time saver. It was very helpful. I'm definitely gonna use it in the future. And the least helpful is the varnish and dye line project. I didn't think of folding at all, and this was the beginning of the semester, and I wasn't familiar with InDesign, and but it was still helpful. It was interesting because I had to end up using in my other classes when I was creating a zine, which is like a book that I made, and creating that dye line did guide me to know which way to fold and where to put my layouts and designs on. So it was a great like print technique. Plans after this class. Moving forward, I plan to use what I've learned to improve future class projects and or side projects or some client work like family. And I usually start with family because that's my only connection basically. But InDesign will definitely be a tool that I will continue to use, especially for designing these interactive PDFs, book layouts, and automated documents in both uh, like at school, the academic industry, or even as a career. And the end, that's a wrap. Overall, I've learned a lot and improved more than I expected taking this class, and it has grown my design skills basically on another level. I always use Canva first when I was in the InDesign class because I was like, man, this is so hard. I can't do this. But now it's like, wow, I definitely gonna use InDesign like all the time. It was great feeling the confidence of being familiar with the software, creating layouts, print-based works, and yeah, Professor Todd or Slade. Thank you for this great semester, and thank you everyone for sharing your projects, uh, criticizing me as well. It was great, improving each other, and yeah, thank you for listening. Peace.